Today is the day. We're going to be doing a little bit of LinkedIn outreach. I hope that little introduction excited you because LinkedIn outreach is by far my biggest income bringer out of all of the outreach that I do. I'm going to start this off by saying LinkedIn is an absolute pain. I have messaged probably millions of people on LinkedIn to get work in. The results are never great. You get a lot of rejection. You get a lot of people who are very angry about you messaging them. And you kind of just need to be blissfully zero, shit's given kind of thing about how you're going to just take their advice and say, thanks, that's all good. I'm just outreaching to see if you're interested. If you're not, that's all good. And to then move on to the next person. There are ways to automate this as much as possible, but I find actually messaging the people yourself with a message gets the most amount of traction. Now, what you need to do is find out what their first name is, what work they currently do, and how you can help to solve their problem. That is option number one. You're just spraying and praying to absolute random people to see if they have any work for you to do. The target here would be small business owners or someone in a small business who could potentially be someone who can actually, take that action on board and get you working in that environment. I like to target people who are nearby geographically because targeting people overseas never has worked out well for me. As per usual, be as sincere and nice as possible. We're trying to reflect some professionality here. And yeah, just go out there and make those messages to those people, asking them if they have any work in your niche area that you could potentially solve for them and why it would be beneficial for their business. The second option here, and this is the most useful one, is to message other managed service providers in at least your country. Just stay within your country at the most. Because we don't really want to go outside of your country because then you come across as someone who could be hired on something like Fiverr, which we'll get to in another video. Spoiler alert though, I don't use Fiverr for outreach. Now, when you're messaging these managed service providers, you're doing exactly what we were saying yesterday with Facebook, which is where you are telling them about a service you provide that maybe their managed service does not supply, and give them the full rundown. Don't ask them to book in a time on your calendar to talk. It never works. Just say, hey, my name is whatever, and I noticed that you are working in the Brisbane area. I'm also from Brisbane, as an example, obviously, and I'd love to have a chat about how I could help you with your cybersecurity needs, for example. Now, if they message back and say, yeah, sure, I'd like to know more, which is rare. I will tell you right now, it is rare that this happens because in most cases, they're just going to say no thanks or they won't reply. But if they do say yes, then you can either organize a time to have a chat or you send them the next part of your funnel, which is to tell them about how you can do their services for them and they can sell it themselves and you just do like a white label basically. That's one option that you could do. The other option is to see what sort of customers they work with themselves and then approaching those customers with your service that is potentially better or at least better outlined and designed than theirs. This is not illegal to approach a customer of a company that you have no affiliations with whatsoever. And sometimes people aren't actually happy with their current IT support. Now, IT support is a big range of tasks. And I say IT support as a general overview of essentially someone calling you with a problem and you solving that problem for them. It's also a great way to get traction with a customer where you do their IT support and then you earn their trust to complete projects for them. Now, projects are where the real money is here. IT support is like that trickling bit of income, but the projects are a big burst of money. And that's really, for me anyway, where most of the income will come from. Anyway, that's how I do my outreach on LinkedIn. If you have any questions or you would like a template of exactly what I write to some people, let me know in the comments below and I will answer you as soon as I can with exactly what I write to these different people. Keep in mind that I do a different post for every single person I do outreach to, so not all of them are the same. I don't copy paste my messages to people that I'm talking to because I find it very ingenuine. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all on the next video.